I grew up in a house with a big oak tree in the backyard. My dad planted it the year I was born, or at least that's what he always told me. It was tall, wide, with roots that cracked the concrete near the fence. I used to climb it as a kid. I carved my initials into the bark once, right at eye level, and got yelled at for it. That's the only mark I ever put on that tree. I know that tree better than I know most people in my life, which is exactly why what happened still doesn't sit right with me. It started 3 months ago on a Sunday afternoon while I was mowing the lawn. I noticed something on the bark, low near the roots, almost hidden by grass. At first I thought it was damage from the lawnmower, some stray scratches. But when I knelt down and brushed the dirt away, I saw it clearly. Someone had carved the number 30 into the tree. Not scratched, not scraped, carved, deep, deliberate, like it had been done slowly, with a knife and a lot of patience, by someone who wasn't in a hurry to finish. I didn't think much of it. Kids in the neighborhood, maybe. A prank. I went inside, made dinner, forgot about it. The next morning, the number was different. It said 29. I stood there for a long time just staring at it. I checked the edges of the carving for fresh cuts. No wood shavings on the ground. No sawdust. No bark curled up at the edges the way it should have been if someone had carved it recently. The wood around the number looked old, weathered, grayed by years of sun and rain. But I had seen the number 30 the day before with my own eyes in daylight. Now it read 29, and it looked like it had always read 29. I told myself I miscounted. Maybe I misread it. Trees have knots and cracks that look like shapes if you stare at them long enough. That's what I told myself walking back inside. That's what I kept telling myself for the next few days, even as the number kept changing. 28, then 27, then 26. One digit lower every single morning, like clockwork, like something was keeping very careful time. I started taking pictures. That's the part that really got under my skin. I'd photograph the tree every night before bed, timestamp and all, and every morning the picture from the night before would show one number, while the tree itself, standing right there in the same spot, would show a different one. One lower. Every time. Like the photograph had simply failed to capture the moment it happened. Like whatever was doing this knew exactly when I wasn't looking. I called an arborist because that felt like the sane thing to do. A tree specialist, someone who deals in roots and bark and things that grow slowly, not things that move in the dark. I told him I was worried about carvings damaging the trunk, which was true enough. He came out on a weekday morning, ran his hand over the wood, pressed his thumb into the grooves of the number. He told me the bark around the carving was old growth, at least 15 years healed over, hardened at the edges the way wood only gets after a long, long time undisturbed. He said whatever made that carving did it well over a decade ago. I didn't tell him it had changed 6 times since I first noticed it. I just thanked him, paid him, and watched him drive away, wishing I could leave with him. That night I couldn't sleep. I sat at my kitchen window with the lights off, watching the tree in the dark, telling myself I'd see nothing and go to bed feeling foolish. For hours nothing happened. No shapes moving, no sounds, nothing but the wind and the normal creaks of an old house settling. And then, right around 3 in the morning, I noticed something I hadn't before. A faint outline near the base of the trunk. Not a person exactly. Not an animal. Just a kind of stillness in the shadows, denser than the shadows around it, shaped almost like something crouched low, facing away from the house, facing the tree, unmoving, patient, the way you'd wait for something you knew was coming. I didn't sleep the rest of that night. I sat with the lights on in the living room until the sun came up, and when I finally worked up the nerve to check the trunk, the number read 25. The days after that blurred together. I stopped mowing the lawn near that side of the yard. I stopped letting my dog out back after dark, because she'd stand at the door barking at nothing, hackles raised, refusing to go past the porch steps no matter how much I coaxed her. I started researching the history of the house and the land beneath it, half hoping to find nothing, half hoping to find some kind of answer I could hold on to. I found an old newspaper clipping from decades before we moved in, a missing person report, a teenage boy, last seen walking near a creek that used to run behind our property before the city rerouted it underground. The creek was gone now, filled in, paved over, buried beneath layers of soil and time. But according to old survey maps I dug up, it would have run almost directly beneath where the oak tree now stood. The report said the boy was never found. It said searchers combed the woods for 3 weeks before giving up. It said his family moved away less than a year later. I don't know what that means. I still don't. Maybe it means nothing. Maybe old land just holds old stories, and I was letting my imagination stitch them together into something that made sense, because unexplainable things are easier to carry if you can attach a story to them. But the coincidence sat in my chest like a stone I couldn't put down. The number kept dropping. 2015. 10. Some mornings I promised myself I wouldn't look. I always looked. Around the time it hit single digits, I noticed something new. A smell near the tree in the evenings, faint but unmistakable, like wet soil and something underneath it gone sour. The grass near the roots had started to die in a perfect ring, a bare brown circle spreading a little wider every day, like something beneath the surface was drawing the life out of everything around it, slowly, patiently, saving its strength. 3 nights ago, the number reached 3. Last night it read 2. And last night, for the first time, I heard something. Not footsteps. Not a voice. A sound like wood creaking under weight, deep and slow, coming from directly beneath my bedroom floor, as though the roots of that tree ran farther than any tree's roots should, farther than the yard, farther than the house, all the way under the foundation and up through the walls, listening. Tonight, I didn't need to go outside to check. I stood at the window, and even from here, even in the pitch dark, I could see it clearly. The carving glows now, faint and sickly, like the wood underneath has some kind of pale light trapped inside it, pulsing very slowly like something breathing. It reads 1. I keep thinking about what happens when it reaches 0. I keep thinking about that missing boy, about the creek buried under my yard, about the dead circle of grass creeping closer to the house every day. I keep thinking about the shape I saw that first night, crouched low, patient, waiting for something. I thought about cutting the tree down. I really did. I even called a removal service and had them scheduled for tomorrow morning, first thing. But then I thought about roots. About how much of a tree lives underground where you can't see it, spreading out wider than the branches above, wrapping around things, holding on to things for years, for decades, waiting for the right moment to pull. I don't think I want to be standing in my backyard tomorrow when that truck pulls up. I don't think I want to be in this house at all when that number finally reaches 0. But it's dark outside now, and the pale light from the carving is the only thing I can see through my kitchen window. And some small, stupid part of me, the same part that carved my initials into that bark as a child, still wants to go out there and look at it one more time before the countdown ends. I really shouldn't. Something just knocked once softly on the other side of the back door. I'm already reaching for the handle.